So as I mentioned earlier, the Ashburn Xtreme came out on top 6-3. This should be another close game. 6-3 wasn't indicative of how close the game really was. But this game should be a good one. And we look forward to the broadcast. Warm-ups are done. And we are getting ready for hockey here. As the refs go and check the net, puck's getting picked up, and we are about ready to go. We'll see how Ashburn comes out with their lineups here in the second game here. So again, shout out to all my veterans out there that are watching this broadcast. Happy Veterans Day. If you know a veteran, make sure you shake their hand, tell them thank you for their service to our country. Ashburn going to start today with the second game here with Tommy DeVost, man on the pipes. At defense, Zach Morse and Alex Apostolescu. At center will be Josh Cowell with Aiden O'Neill and Kevin Rubenstein. So that is how we will begin. We are waiting on the Hawks to get this game. Okay, the goalies are ready, the teams are ready, the refs are ready, and now we're ready for some hockey. That face off, won by Haverford. Haverford working their way through. Now it's sent out of the zone, though, by Seth Morse, and he sends it in on net as Haverford chases down the puck, now sent around, looking to clear, held into the line by Morse, and now sent out of the zone. And here comes Haverford working their way back. Worked by Apostolescu. He plays that, gets it around. Now Cal. Cal sending it up for O'Neill. O'Neill dumps it forward, tries to get it to Rubenstein. Can't quite get it there. Then back through center it comes. Now, Rubenstein working his way in. He's onside at the line. Now to the far side corner, trying to put it around behind that. He does for O'Neill. The center pass tipped away by the defense. And now Rubenstein sending it down and around. And that goes out of play. And that'll give us a face-off just outside the Haverford zone. Now Rutherford in for this face-off. Rutherford leads with Radaman out there. Rutherford pushes that forward. He wins it. He's getting to it. Keeping it in the zone is Radaman is just poked away. And now behind the net leads. Leads looking to get it forward. He can't quite get out there. And the Haverford are going to come away with it. They send it into the center. Van Benton's got it. Van Benton sending it up. And gets it through to Radaman. Radaman and onside at the line as Haverford comes into the net, now leads with it. Leads working his way through, trying to get it up. He gets it up to Radaman. Radaman's Rutherford working his way in. He comes, he sends it to Leeds. Leeds with the shot, he scores! And I'm sorry, I did not get that for you. Oh, I apologize. The camera went farther down than I thought to, but there was a pass. Radaman sent that over to Rutherford, and he went into the zone and got it to Leeds. So now that face-off tied up at the middle there, taken by, pushed into the zone, and now up comes Murphy. Murphy working his way up. He finds Ryan. Ryan dumps it in. He gets it around behind. Now, looking to the middle, Murphy. Now it's pushed out to center, sending it in. Not able to get it into the zone. It's stopped right there at the blue line. Haverford trying to get their way back. Now sent across. And here comes Donovan. Donovan working his way through. He dumps it off, looking for Murphy, but couldn't quite get it to him. And now around behind the net. Looking behind the net, Ryan. Ryan sends it towards the net, but He goes off the side. Now trying to step up. Revich, he holds the line. He sends a puck towards the net. It's held onto by the netminder, and we'll get a face-off. Netminder for Haverford in here is, I believe, Ian Warder. It could be wrong. It might be Zenny Garley. All right, so face-off, one by Haverford. Held in at the line there by Morris. It's sent on towards the net. Saved and sticks aside. Now looking, reset to the center. Oh, to Apostolescu, but it gets through him, and he's going to go ahead and have to chase that one down. Now behind his own net. Looking up, he finds Conchar. Casey Conchar looking across, tries to hit Wu, but it gets just out of his reach, and that'll go all the way down for icing, and that'll give us a face-off here back inside the Ashburn zone. We are down to 14-13 here in the first period. Ashburn up 1-0. Now for the face-off, Feliciano line. Feliciano is signed. That is a shot that comes up for Haverford as they have won the face-off, but it's blocked away by Thomas DeVos. And now Feliciano giving chase. I think waits off. Now Wu in the far side corner. He drops it back to Feliciano. Feliciano couldn't quite get to it, and it comes around. Held in by Apostolescu. He sends it deeper for Conchar. Conchar with it. Trying to look toward the middle. He's got it. Feliciano. Feliciano trying to send it up the boards. Sends it back for Apostolescu. Looking over for Wu. Wu now in the corner. He puts on the brakes. He's looking. Trying to push it on. Puck is out there. Now the puck is away. And up the far side boards they come, and it does get out to center. Taken by Feliciano. Oh, and it's taken right back by the Hawks. Hawks looking to try and center, and they do. It's sent out. Now around behind the net, the Hawks. Hawks looking to buzz around the net here. And there's a big hit there thrown. Now outside, and here comes up it goes and out of the zone. Now it's sent out by Morse. Now here at center. Here comes Haverford. Haverford working their way in. Full team will give it chase for Ashburn. Now sent around. Here comes Cal. Cal looking to get it up. It gets down. No icing as it is not going to make it, but it was also hit by a stick from Haverford. Now O'Neill bumping his player off the play. Held up here in the near side corner. Finally gets away, and behind the net comes Haverford. The Hawks, but stripped by Rubenstein. Rubenstein with a shot that goes wide. That's I think that was saved by the netminder. And out comes Haverford. Haverford comes through center. Looking through, trying to get across. Looking for space, no space to be had. Still trying to work towards it. And now it does squeak out of the zone. Chase being given by Rubenstein. Picked up by O'Neill. O'Neill sends it down. And here comes Haverford back to center. In the near side boards, a battle for it. Scrum, if you will. Now Haverford comes away with it down low behind the net. Looking for somebody to pass it to. He's in the far side corner, now to the near side corner. Checked off down behind, and it's loose in front, and it's still loose, and it sits off to the side. Swept away by the defense. Sent out, and that is going to be icing. Then we will get a face-off back inside the Ashburn zone. 11:32 remaining here in the first period. Ashburn up 1-0. Now for this face-off Rutherford. It's won by Haverford. Haverford sending it around. Trying to get around. Trying to get it out of his own foot. Rutherford intercepts that. He gets it up and leads, but it goes out of play. And we'll get a face-off right there at center. Now back in for this face-off Rutherford. Won by Haverford. Intercepted there by Ratherman. Ratherman's got it in. Ratherman looking to the net. Not there. And there's a cross check coming up. There's a cross check coming up on the Hawks. So, not sure that they should have blown that dead. There's no possession by the Hawks. It was tipped. Tipped is not possession, but they blew it dead, so that'll give us a face-off here. 11:08 remaining. Ashburn going on the power play. Face-off one. We now sit low, working behind the net. Rubenstein. Rubenstein looking out front for O'Neill. O'Neill to Sturbuckler. Sturbuckler sends it into the far side corner. Now O'Neill with it in the far side corner. Gets it back to Cowell. To O'Neill. Now sending his way around. Cowell sends it. Oh, it is blocked out front by the defense. And he's hurt. He's hurt. Now sent out. They do finally get the player off. Now towards the net. Rubenstein looking. Can't quite get to it. Sturbuckler with it. He sends it towards the net. Looks for O'Neill. He just couldn't quite get the stick on it. And behind the net now O'Neill. O'Neill over to Sturbuckler with a shot. That's saved. O'Neill gets the rebound, sends it around behind. Cowell with it now. Sends it back to Morse. Back to Cowell. Cowell coming up. Shot towards the net. That goes wide. I think that's saved and glanced off the pipe. Kept in with the line by Cowell. Another shot towards the net. That goes wide. Sturbuckler with it in the near side corner. He comes through. There's another shot towards the net. Blocked out. And finally does get down. Not able to get to it. And no icing. No, Morse chases. And now gets it up looking for Murphy, but he misses. And it comes all the way down. And there's going to be a penalty coming up on number 9, checking from behind, as he not only hit him after the puck was gone, which is interference, but also hit him from behind. So they're giving the checking from behind, which comes with it a 2 and 10. That'll put Ashburn on a 5-on-3 power play for at least the next 39 seconds. Now Murphy in for the faceoff here on the power play for Ashburn. That's won by Haverford. Sent up. That goes all the way down. That's going to be icing. And we'll do it again. Ashburn changing up their lines. This is Leeds. That's one and sent all the way down. And that is also going to be icing. So we'll do it again. Leads in for this face-off. He ties it up. He wins it back. He gets it back for Cowell. Cowell over to Morse. Morse with the shot towards the net. That's saved by the netminder. And now back to Cowell. Cowell looking. He takes a shot that's held onto by the netminder. And we'll get a face-off off to the right of the Haverford net. 16 seconds remaining on the 5-on-3. Face-off won by Leeds. Now to O'Neill to Cowell. Cowell to Morse. Morse coming in. Takes a shot towards the net. That goes just wide. Cowell looking. He gets over to it. Tries to save it. He does save it. That was almost a shorthanded break, though. 5-on-3. That is tipped by the... Okay, apparently it didn't hit the roof, so... Now back to 5-on-4. Shot towards the net. Not there. Trying to get out. It does get out. And Ashburn will have to regroup. Minute 9 remaining here on the 5-on-4. Now looking across O'Neill with the shot. Oh, blocked it out front. Still loose out front. And pushed out. Not out of the zone. Oh, and Morse not able to grab it. So they'll have to regroup. Now sent across to Cowell. Cowell dumping it in. Looking behind. Now O'Neill looking to the middle. Tried to get it to Rubenstein, but it was tipped away by the defense. Now back up top for Morse. Morse with it. He takes a shot towards it and he scores. I believe that goal is going to be O'Neill's goal on the assist from Morse. Because he tipped it was tipped in front by O'Neill. But I'll give you an official word in a second. This face-off won by Murphy, pushing it forward, and now back comes Haverford, down 2-0, looking. Now sent towards the net, saved by DeVos, trying to work their way out. Oh, and he loses an edge, but still coming through. Here comes Ryan, and it is covered up and saved. Then we'll get a face-off inside the zone. 8:09 remaining here. Now in the face-off dot there, Feliciano. Feliciano, it's won by Haverford, but kept in the zone there by Ashburn. Now here comes Van Betten. Van Betten sends it towards the net and blocked out front. And now sending it down. That's going all the way down. And icing called. Okay. So the last goal, uh, they gave it to Morse on the assist from Leeds, so they didn't give the tip out front. All right, face off, won by Feliciano, trying to keep it in. Ashburn, and now Feliciano with it to the middle and working her way out. Here comes Haverford. Haverford coming through. That is not offsides. Blocked away there by DeVos on the shot that went high. Now out front, another save by DeVos on the short side. Now back behind the net. Fatima sending it around. Getting it out. It does get out of the zone and out to center. Where Haverford will go ahead and grab it. Now 3. Van Betten. Van Betten. He tried to hit Feliciano or Conchar, but wasn't able to get to him. And now in the corner, Haverford looking to break out. Held in at the line, though, by Casey Conchar. Sorry, that's Wu. Wu holding line. It's 89, not 98. My fault. Feliciano gets it through to Conchar. Not able to get it. Now Revich with the shot towards the net. There's a save. Still working their way out. That goes off the stanchion in a funny way. It stays in the zone as they tried to clear. They finally do clear it out to center. And now coming back, Haverford dumps it in. Look to change. Revich is going to retreat for Ashburn. He's looking up, trying to get out of the zone. Held in at the line there by Yoder. And now out it goes to Leeds. Leeds, toe drives around 1. He's checked up off the play. And now into the corner. Leeds. Out there with Radiman. Now being sent around. Radiman with it. He goes behind the net. And out comes Haverford coming back hard. Through the center. And it's poke checked off. It was onside. But Revich is going to retrieve there. And now there's going to be a penalty coming up on Ashburn for roughing, I'm sure. Oh, they're going to call it checking from behind. So now a checking from behind call coming up on Donovan. I'm sorry, no, that's Butzel. So Butzel being called for checking from behind. That'll give it 2 and 10 and a penalty kill pending for Ashburn. So now the first penalty kill for Ashburn here. Ryan going into the box to serve the 2-minute portion of this penalty. That faceoff taken by Cal was won by Haverford. Now back to the point. Oh, and he misses it. It gets through. No icing. Now looking their way through. Short-handed Cal trying to just hold his own. Rubenstein along the road, shot towards the net, saved by the netminder. Now being sent up, still over skating at Haverford, and now working their way through center. Looking up, knocked up by Apostolescu. He dumps it in. He's going to dump it in on net. And so because they went on net, there's no icing. Now working their way through. Haverford trying to work through on the power play, coming through on the far side boards. Looking across. Morris sending it up to Sanson. It goes off of a player for Rupert. So it's not going to get far enough, and then they come back through center as they get it in. Now sent right back in by Voltima, and he sends it down. And O'Neill getting to it, he sends it towards the net, but it's blocked. Sorry about that. Sends it towards the net now. Radaman taken down, no call coming. And now behind the net, here comes Haverford. Haverford coming back through center. Now, 19 seconds remaining on the power play. Haverford now towards the middle. Now they will get there. Radaman sends it out. He sends it all the way down. That is not going to make far enough for icing. Now behind the net. Ashburn is now back at full strength. Now O'Neill with it. O'Neill centering it. Towards Van Bent. That shot goes wide. Now behind the net, Haverford looking to clear. Van Benton holds the line, gets it back down for Radaman. Now back. Now Ryan with it. Ryan in the far side corner, trying to deke towards it. He can't, and out comes Haverford. Haverford coming back through center. They dump it in. Taken there by Van Benton. But he's not able to get out of the zone as it's held in by Haverford along the boards. Now back to the middle. Now looking out Donovan. Donovan can't quite get to it. And that is going to be icing. And we will get a face-off back inside the Ashburn zone. We are down to 3:05 remaining here in the first period. Ashburn up 2-0. There was a penalty on that play as well, and I don't know what the penalty call was. I didn't see it. It might have been roughing. So the reason that even with the penalty, even though Ashburn is now on the power play, is because the reason it went out of play was because of an action by Ashburn. And so you can't gain a full territorial advantage, but it does have to be out of the zone. So that face-off coming through. Rutherford has won that, got it in. Now Feliciano with it as he works the power play. Now for Murphy. Murphy's got it in the near side corners, trying to get it out. Sent up, but not able to be held by Feliciano. Now looking his way across. Sends it up. Van Benton sends it in. Sends it deep. Now behind that, Rutherford. Rutherford for Murphy. Murphy sends it towards the net. And it goes in. There's a goal scored by Murphy. And Rutherford with the assist to Murphy, and Ashburn up 3-0. So timeout taken by Haverford here, much similar to what happened earlier. Ashburn got up 3-0, and Haverford taking the timeout early on try and um, to try and settle the troops down, try to slow the game down, and try to get back into this one. Now Feliciano in for the face-off. It's one back. Haverford pushing it. Feliciano with it down low, looking behind, sends it around. Now sent out of the zone by Wu. Sent right back in. That was just on sides. Now Wu with it. Wu working his way up through center with Feliciano. He's got Feliciano in contract with it. He tries to drag around. Feliciano takes it. Feliciano in the corner now. Sends it back down low for Conchard. Conchard working. Trying to send it low. It's bottled up there in the corner. Now on the far side boards. And now sent around to the near side boards. As Haverford looks to get out of the zone. Coming back through center. It's stopped up by the Ashburn D. And now the Butler, or sorry, that's a Pasolescu. He'll send it up. And we're going to call the interference call. We're going to call the interference call. That puck was way gone, and he finished his check, so that's interference. And face off going to be on the other zone. So a lot of the Haverford parents not happy with that call, but now held up, looking behind, and that goes out of play. Now sent back to the back behind the net. Rubenstein. Rubenstein sends it around. He looks across for Ryan. Ryan now to Murphy. Murphy shot that gets blocked out front by the defense. And here comes Cal. Cal sending it down low. Now Morse towards the net. He scores! Goal! Morse on the power play. So Ashburn up 4-0 here with 1:10 remaining in the first period. Now Rutherford in for the faceoff. He wins that back. I didn't see who got the assist on the Morse goal, but I know it wasn't by itself. But that's going to be offsides. Is not able to get back. Now Rutherford's in for this faceoff. He wins that one back. Revich getting after it. He sends it up. Sends it up to Radaman. Now into the zone. Radaman chasing. Leads. Chasing into the corner. Now looking behind. Now sent up. Now looking. Chasing. Revich. Revich gets to it. Sends it out of the zone. But Haverford coming right back in. Now back to the middle. And now comes Voltima. Voltima can't get it out of the zone. Now Rutherford with it. Rutherford sending it up. It's held in at the zone. And still can't get it out. No, it's not towards the net that goes high up over the net. Recovered by Voltima. Trying to send it out of the zone. Blocked away by Rutherford. Now Revich up. Sends it for Leeds. Leeds sends it across for Radaman. Radaman working his way in. Now trying to send it in for Rutherford, but it's blocked away. And that is the end. That's the end of the first period. That is the end of the first period with the score 4-0. 15 shots on net in that period for Ashburn to 3 for Haverford. All right, we're back for second period hockey here on Rough Sports Broadcasting. We've got the line Murphy with Donovan and Ryan starting for Ashburn. Morse and Buckle. I'm sorry, not Buckle. That's Buckle. That's Van Vetten out there because the Buckle is still serving the game misconduct for his second from behind. Not game misconduct, excuse me, the misconduct for his second from behind. There is a shot on goal by Donovan. Now around behind the net. Now to the far side corner, not able to hold the line, Van Vetten. And Morse is going to chase it down. He sends it back. He's looking, setting it up, looking for Ryan. Ryan trying to get into the zone. He does. And they get it out to center. Now back in. Morse going to go ahead and recover for Ashburn. Now behind his net, looking to break out. He sends it up, looking once again for Ryan. A stretch pass. That is onside at the line. Number 88 taking a shot for the Hawks. Not able to get it through the defense of Morse, though. And now sent up. Out the center. Shot on. Save. The post. Save. Puck goes off to the side. Now towards the net. Shot. And a goal. That goal scored. I didn't see who scored that one for them. I just saw the shot from the point. Might get that word in a second. That number 31 from number 37 for Haverford. That face-off won by Feliciano, but right back into the zone by Haverford. Now behind the net, Feliciano looking to try and get out. Now sent up. Here comes Conchar. Conchar up to Feliciano. They get it out of the zone. Now sent towards the other side. Haverford dumps it in. Now Revich loses the edge along the boards there. Still trying to get through the Lou on the near side corner, watching the Haverford player, trying to get the player out. And finally coming through. And now Pasalescu, as it gets centered, but not out. Now Conchar holds that and trying to get out of the zone. It does get out finally. Send it. Ice it. It's coming through. And they're working their way out. Thomas Savosa's lost an edge. That's offsides. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that was still on. Definitely offsides. The post cannot push over because looking towards the net, there's a shot and a goal. Goal scored by number 18 from number 81. That goal is good, and here's the reason. So, yes, DeVos lost his skate. It is not protective equipment. So, because it is not protective equipment, it is not considered a play stopping situation. Uh, Now, face off, won by Ashburn as they sent it down. So, now down in the corner. Now working their way across. Haverford now got a little momentum now. Working. Now sitting across Wells with the save. Now shot towards the net, blocked up. Trying to get it out of the zone. Finally, O'Neal. O'Neal coming across with Ratterman. Rubenstein, excuse me. Shot towards the net, he scores! By himself. Sorry, I forgot to put up the two. That's O'Neal by himself. That is 5-2. So stopping that bleeding. Great job there, little individual play. Thank you. Now again for the face-off. He wins that back, gets it across to Ratterman. Radovich now sending it up. It gets through. Does not get into the zone. It does come out. Now Ratterman with it. Ratterman trying to send it across for Leeds. Leeds going to go ahead and give chase down there. Rutherford checks the player up off, and Ratterman sends it down low. Now looking out front, Rutherford with the shot. He scores! Rutherford with the little chip shot, and that goes in. Then assist on that for Ratterman and Leeds, and it is 6-2. So DeVos is now going off. I don't know. There's probably the kid not fix his skate, so he's got to go back so he can get off. So big pushback here by Ashburn. Now back in the face-off shot. Rutherford. Rutherford wins that back to Revich. It's sent back. Revich sends it up, tries to get it out. That is knocked down and played with a high stick or offsides. Either way. Offsides, high stick. Either way, it was going to stay right there. Rutherford back in for this face-off for Ashburn. And he wins that back to Revich. Revich sending it up. Sent up to Ratterman. Ratterman checked up off the play. Even though the puck wasn't there, it was behind the official. So no walking call coming. Or interference. Now working the way up. Working through Morris. Now Rutherford trying to set it up for Leeds. Couldn't. Now he does. Now Rutherford gets it to Leeds. Now Ratterman with it. He's coming in. He looks. There's a shot. Rutherford spins off. Sends it back down low, looking for Ratterman. Now towards the net. And it gets taken away by Haverford. Now set right back by Rutherford to Ratterman. Ratterman sending it in. It trickles in our net, and that'll be a stoppage, and we will get a face-off to the right of the Haverford net. 11:51 remaining here in the second period. Ashburn up 6-2 in this one. Now Murphy wins that over. He gets it to Ryan. That comes in on net. Not able to get the shot fully on, though. And it's kicked aside. Now down low. Ryan. Ryan behind the net as he looks forward for a place to put that puck. He escapes to the middle. He takes a shot. There's a save by the netminder, and he'll hold on. That'll give us a face-off to the left of the Haverford net. That face-off won by Murphy. That shot on was taken by Botima. It got tipped on, but saved by the netminder. Now working his way through. Now out to the point. Held in at the line by Vasilescu. That shot goes wide. Botima not able to hold that line, and he'll reset at center with Apostolescu. Now sent in. Donovan. Donovan being checked up off the play. And now Murphy looking behind. Sent towards the net. And there was an injured player, but he was injured by checking his own player as that play went on. And so I'm going to take this camera off of the injured player. So player injured. That's a stoppage. Looks like he's getting up under his own power. He's getting a little assistance off the ice, but it's good to see him up on his skates. We never want to see anybody get hurt in these games. It's still youth hockey. So we still want to see, but at least he's able to get back to the bench and get tended to by the coaching staff over there. Now, inside the faceoff zone, inside the zone, Feliciano, he wins that back. Sent back to Van Venton. That gets tipped aside. Almost went in. Now back to the point to Morse. Morse sends it back down low for shot towards the net. That was Feliciano. Sending it across for Wu almost got that one in though. But now back out. It gets out to center. He sends it back in. Now Wu giving chase. Staying on that puck. Now to the middle of shot and save. And the net comes off. And that'll send the play out of the zone. That'll send the play out of the zone as the net came off due to the actions of the Ashburn player crashing the net. So Cal's line is out now. And Sean Strabutzel is back. He has served his penalties and his misconduct, so he is now back on the ice. He sends that back, gets it up for Rubenstein. Rubenstein working his way in. He sends it up. O'Neill sending it on deeper, getting it through, tries to send it around. Strabutzel going to hold the line. No, he missed it. And now back comes Haverford, but they missed it. So it gets out, it streaks out, and O'Neill trying to send it up as it's along the boards. Now coming away with a foul. It gets out. Now back in. Towards the net. Sent up, and it gets out of the zone. Pushed into the zone by Ashburn. Strabutzel's going to go ahead and retrieve it. I'm sorry, not by Ashburn, by Haverford. That goes all the way down. That's going to be icing as that is not able to be corralled. And so we'll get a face-off back here to the left of netminder. Got one. Now Rutherford's inside the face-off circle. He wins it over, but it's sent back by Morse. Now Rutherford behind the net. Looks, he sends it around. Getting it up for Ruben Radaman. Radaman gets it up for Leeds. Leeds working his way in. He comes in. He digs around one, but he is checked up off the play. Now back in the face-off zone. Rutherford, he sits there and wins that back. But it's getting right back to Haverford. Radaman couldn't hold that puck. And now inside the zone, it's onside at the line. Now looking towards the net, save. And another save held on to by Wells. And we'll get a face-off. Right of netminder Scott Wells. 8:58 remaining here in the second period. Ashburn up 6-2. Now, working their way through that face-off was won by Haverford. Murphy lost his stick on that one. Now around behind. Full team was sending it up for Donovan. Couldn't get it past the Haverford defender. Now checked up off the play. There is sent around. Looking up. Now checked up. Behind the net, Botima. And sent up. Now the shot towards the net. And now there's going to be a penalty for tripping. Ooh, they're going to call the tripping penalty. It's not a bad call. I just wish they would have called the roughing penalty in the corner after Botima was hit long after the puck was gone. So Donovan going to the box for tripping. This will give Haverford a 2-minute power play. Hopefully it lasts 2 minutes. Now in the face-off dot, Feliciano. Feliciano wins that thing back. Trying to work his way through Revich. Revich pushing it on behind the net. As Haverford looks to work the power play. Now through the middle. Can't quite get it off. Stick tied up. Now a centering pass. Back to the point. Not able to get it out. And working away Revich. Revich trying to send it up, but it's held in at the line by Haverford. Now Musnik sends it around for Hawks. Back down low. Now a turnover right in the middle, but saved by Wells. Another save by Wells on the rebound. Another save by Wells on the rebound. Got to get the puck out of there, guys. Now centering feed that goes wide. Now another shot towards the net. Now Revich. Revich sends it around, but it's still held in by. Now a shot towards the net. And Wells made that save, but nobody covering that far side. And that is a goal for Haverford. It is 6-3 with 7:36 remaining in the second period. The goal was number 30 goal. At least we had the assist. I don't know what the goal scorer's name was. And the face-off won by Haverford, working their way out, trying to get out. Butzel. He loses it in the middle. There's a shot and a goal. And all of a sudden, little life for the Hawks with 2 quick goals. That goal, I believe, scored by number 18. Scored by number 18, assisted by number 19, or 82. Now they face off. Won by the Hawks. Working their way out. Post off. Now sent up. Now that came. Oh, that was not on. I didn't think the puck actually went all the way in. It might have been an anticipatory whistle there by the official. Now inside for the face-off. Here comes Cow. Cow with the face-off. It's won by Haverford, working their way towards the net. Push aside. Working out front. Now back down low. Haverford buzzing. They try to get back into this one. Now working, sent around, trying to get it out of the zone, held in by the Hawks at the line. Now towards the net. That goes out. Now around behind. Haverford. Back out front. Haverford sends it towards the net. That's fought away by Wells. Working their way through. Now behind the net. Looking for the wraparound. Not there. Now it's out towards the net. Saved by Wells. And now working their way up. And O'Neill just sending it down the ice. That's icing. And we'll get a face-off back inside the Ashburn end. 6:18 remaining here in the second period. Ashburn holding on to this 2-goal lead. Now Rutherford, he ties that one up, but it's taken by the Hawks. And then it is held on to by Wells on that shot, and we'll do it again off to the right of the Ashburn net. Run by Rutherford back to Revich. Revich sending it up to Radaman. Radaman gets it out of his own. Chased by lead. But retrieved by the Hawks. They get it out temporarily. Now working their way back to Hawks. Coming through. Push wide. Not able to get the shot off. Now shot towards the net. And now behind the net, Revich. Revich sending it up for Radaman. Radaman, it gets out. Lee's going to get chased. He's going to get there. There's not going to be icing. He's going to get to it. And he is checked up off the left. And now Rutherford with it. In the corner, he sends it back down low. Trying to get it across to Revich. Now gets to the other side. Get back around. Not able to. Revich is up there. I said Revich. I meant Leeds. Trying to get it through. Now along the boards, not able to get it up. Now back Revich has got it. He shoots. That goes wide of the net and it's saved by the netliner. Now Sabato sending it back towards the net, but it's tipped away by Leeds. Now Rutherford sends it over to Revich. Back towards the net. That goes wide. And now down low to Bustle. Big hit there by the Haverford Hawk player. He dislodges him from the play. Working their way up. Revich holds it up. Looking to get it across somewhere. And now it's dumped back in. Now Sabato with it. Sabato sending it over to Revich. Looking to get out. Sabato sends it around. He finds Leeds. It's taken by the Hawks. They stay on sides. Now Revich. Now sent up. Sent around. Inside. Behind it. Murphy trying to hold his own. Couldn't. It does get out. And here comes Haverford. Haverford coming back through center. That's number 86. 86 looking. And now he is ridden off the play by, I don't know who that was. I think there was a Morris that rid him off the play. That was a fight for it on the far side boards. It's kept in at the line. Now picked up and wide of the net as it's tipped up. Apostolevsky sending it up. Held in by Haverford. And now working their way up and sent out. And now some extracurriculars down at this end of the ice. Taken by Murphy. Trying to get out of the zone. Now Morse with it in his own zone. Looking up, that pass misses. It goes all the way down. That will be icing. And we'll get a face-off back inside the Ashburn end. We are down to 3:18 remaining here in the second period. Ashburn 6, Haverford 4. Feliciano in for the face-off. He ties it up. It's taken by Conchar. He gets it out of the zone. That's going to get down, but it's not going to be far enough for icing. Wu giving chase. He almost gets to it, but it's taken by Haverford. But it's kept in at the line by Feliciano as he sends it down lower into the zone. Now working its way out. Haverford coming back. On the near side boards, not able to center it. Now behind the net. Looking to center. It gets out. But it's held. Shot. That goes high up over the net. Now Van Becken gets it up to Feliciano. Feliciano, he's in with blue, but that is offside. Feliciano just a step too early. So I'm not sure what's so Cal's line is out now. Taken. That's inside the zone. That's good. They never cleared the zone. And so now working their way back. Cal sending the player off. Fatima with it now. Fatima sends it up. And it's inside the zone as Cal gets it down. He loses it along the boards. Now around behind the net. Looking out front. Intercepted there by O'Neill. O'Neill sends it off to the far side boards. Now behind the net. Hans Van Betten got it. Contact, sending it around. It's tipped and out of play. 2:02 remaining here in the second period. Ashburn up 6-4. So face-off coming up outside the Ashburn zone. Rutherford in for this face-off. He ties that one up, and it's won by Ashburn. Now, but the Hawks take it right back as they look to get it back. Now leads, working through. He's got Rutherford with him. Leads coming in. He sent it towards the net. Shot. Leads scored by Rutherford on the assist. The assist from Radaman and Leeds. And it is 7-4. And now 7-4 the goal. Rutherford's second goal of the game. Now taken up. Now Revich sending it back. He tries to send it up, but it's kept in along the far side boards by Haverford. Now turned over in the middle, shot towards the net. That goes wide. Now looking to send it up. It gets out. Radaman with it. He's coming in. He sends it up towards the net. And working his way back. And it is sent in. Now looking. Checked up off the play by Bustle. Now Leeds. Leeds sends it over for Radaman. Radaman looking up, trying to send it across for Leeds. Leeds is inside the zone. He's taken down. No call coming. Now checked up and sent out of the zone. Now around. He gets inside. Pushed out of the zone. Now sent towards the net from center. Sticked aside by Scott Wells and tipped out of the zone now by Rutherford. He gets it to Ryan. Ryan working his way in. He sends it towards the net. That's sticked away by the netminder out to the corner. And now Donovan with it. Donovan sending it to Murphy. Murphy sends it towards the net. And it is held onto. And we will get a face-off to the left of the Haverford goal. 30 seconds remaining in here in the second period. Ashburn holding on to a 7-4 lead. Now Murphy in for the face-off. That face-off tied up. Push back. Wells takes, not Wells. That's Morse. Morse takes a shot. I don't know why Wells would be taking a shot. He can go. All right, so back on the two centers. Morse with it. He sends it across. Murphy retrieving. Murphy gets around one, gets around another. Now towards the net. Couldn't quite the official got in the way of that one. Now Murphy towards the net. Held in by Morse. And that is the end of the second period. Ashburn of 7-4. Ashburn with 15 shots on goal in that period for a two-period total of 29, and 12 shots on goal for Haverford for a two-period total of 15. And now 7-4 as we head into the third period. Ashburn looking to hold on and finish up the two-game sweep of the Haverford Hawks. Stick with me, about 30 seconds. We'll be back for the third period on Rudd Sports Broadcast. All right, we're back. That face-off won by Feliciano. He sends it over to Apostolescu, who sends it up to Morse. Now sent in by Wu, but sent right back up by Haverford, and they will reset. Now back to Apostolescu. He sends it down. Gets it into the zone. Feliciano giving chase inside the zone. Behind Contract. He tries to hold his own. He does. Along the near side corner. All of our wingers are on one side. Now back behind. Now Apostolescu. He sends a puck towards the net. That's snapped out of the air by the netminder. He holds on. And we'll get a face-off inside the Haverford Hawks. Now, that face-off one, shot by Van Benton, that's held on to by the netminder. And we'll do it again. Josh Callan for the face-off. He sends that across to O'Neill. He wins that face-off back over. Now O'Neill with it. He works towards the net. And out to center, kept in, as it almost got pushed out. Now behind the net, Rubenstein. Rubenstein centers. Shot for Kyle. Oh, it's blocked out front by the defense. Now centered. Oh, and O'Neill couldn't quite get his stick on it. O'Neill now behind the net, Rubenstein. Rubenstein centers. He sends it out for Voltima. His shot blocked out front. Now working his way out. Here comes Ashburn or Haverford. But it's sent back by Kyle. Sent up for O'Neill. Now Haverford coming through center. And checked up off the play by Voltima. Now Leeds sending it up. Here comes O'Neill. O'Neill working his way up. O'Neill with the shot towards the net. And that's sent wide by the netminder. Now behind the net. Now O'Neill. O'Neill looking for Rutherford. He gets it to Leeds. Oh, it's poked off his stick as they continue to work out of the zone. Now sent up Radaman. Radaman's got it. And he is good. If he carried that puck into the zone, that's why it's not offsides. It is sent down for icing. And then we'll get a face-off back inside the Ashburn zone. Inside the Haverford zone. With 14:51 remaining here in the game. I should say the third period. AHF, they actually do play overtime. Now Rutherford in for the face-off. He wins that back for Rebic. Rebic sends it towards the net. It's held onto by the netminder, and we'll do it again. Rutherford sends that over to Radaman. It gets deep around. Sent around, kept in by Strabutzel. Strabutzel puts it into the zone. Now behind the net, Radaman. Radaman sending it out front, looking for Rebic. Rebic with the shot toward the net. Tipped, but goes wide. Now Strabutzel sends it around. Now to the other side, Rebic. Rebic sends it around for Leeds. Leeds, looking, he sends it to Radaman. Now Rutherford's watching the player behind. They can't get out from behind the net. Now they do, and it's sent down. It's going to be icing. And that'll give us a face-off back inside the Haverford goal. We are down to 14:05 remaining here in the third period. 7-4 Ashburn on Rudd Sports Broadcasting. Now that face-off won by Haverford. Haverford working their way out, trying to get through. They do. Back out the center, and here they come. 2-on-0 at the line. Oh, no. Got too far, though. They couldn't make it develop. They had a chance for a 2-on-0 there. Now Kaczynski, he holds the line. No, he does not. Kuzmic does not hold the line. It did come out, and so therefore, face-off coming out of the zone just outside the Ashburn end. Haas in for the face-off for them. For Haverford against Murphy, he wins that. It gets it down to number 86. 86 behind the net. Looking. Morris trying to get to it. Can't. Now up. along the boards. Now sent towards the net, shot saved, cleared away by Apostolescu. He gets it up, but it is kept in at the line. Now Apostolescu can't get to that. Now behind the net, when there's a huge chip from behind, not called. So I project that there's probably a penalty coming up here on Haverford. He was punching Morse in the face. Morse is also getting a penalty, so it looks like they're taking them both. So it'll be 5-on-5 coincidental roughing minors. Probably the right answer. I don't know though. It looks like they're discussing it. I don't know what they're discussing. And half the Ashburn team is now on the ice. I don't know. They're trying to change the lines. So it looks like the 2-10 against Morse. So he is going to be done for the. Well, no, he won't be quite done for the game. His 10-minute misconduct will start after the. So it is 5-on-5. But since they're coincidental, there is no change in on-ice strength. It looks like they're offsetting. All right, so we're still playing 5-on-5 hockey. Now face-off one, sent down, and out of the zone it goes. That is sent in. Oh, he holds it from going in, does Haverford, and now they send it in. Now looking behind Botima. Botima looking his way out. That's tipped, but it's tipped on the wrong side of center, and that's still icing, and we'll have a face-off back inside the Ashburn zone. We are down to 13-17 remaining in the third period. Ashburn up 7-4. We're at 5-on-5 hockey despite the 2-10 on North because there was a secondary penalty on North. So now working his way out of the zone, sending it out. And that's sent down, and that is going to be icing again. That one, Van Benton sends that one down the ice, and we'll do it again. Now Feliciano in for the faceoff for Ashburn. He wins that one. He's down throw. And now behind, looking, trying to get out. That one is the Buckle trying to get it out of his zone. Can't. Now out it goes to center Feliciano. Feliciano gets it around. He's chasing it down inside the corner. Now working behind the net. Feliciano. Feliciano to Wu. Wu looking out front, trying to find Conchar, but he couldn't. And now back comes Haverford. Haverford coming in 2-1-on-3. He'll just dump it in. Now, Wells sends it right to the player instead of covering it up. So here comes Revich. Now Revich loses it to Stark. Stark working as well, streaking in along the boards. He takes a shot, and it goes wide in the net. Now, up comes Revich. Revich to O'Neill. O'Neill for Ashburn looking up. He was trying to find Rubenstein, but he misses him, and that is going to be icing. And we'll bring it all the way back down to the right of the Ashburn net. 12:04 remaining here in the third period. Still 7-4. Now Cal and Evans face off one, and now Feliciano in a race for it. He gets checked up off the puck. Wasn't quite able to get to it. He needed another step, and he was gone. Now, Apostolescu, he sends it across for Van Vendt. Van Vendt looks up, He sends it up for Rubenstein, but Rubenstein didn't get his stick on it, so not tipped, and that'll give us a face-off back inside the Ashburn end. Now Rutherford in for the face-off. Now face-off one across to both teamers. Now behind the net, Rutherford. Rutherford with the brakes on. Tries to hold on to it. He turns over as it comes through. Now Rutherford trying to intercept. Couldn't quite get to it. Now Rutherford's working his way out. He's got leads with him. He's got leads with him. He holds on. There's a shot towards the net that goes high over the net. Now Revich. Held in by Radovan temporarily, but it does get out to center. Revich recovers. He gets it over. Now Rutherford working his way through. He drops it for Leeds. Leeds with the shot that gets saved by the netminder. Now Revich with it. Now working his way through Rutherford to Revich. Revich with the shot. That gets high sticks. And now touched up on the delayed penalty will give Ashburn a penalty kill. Or not, I'm sorry, power play coming up. And it is a cross-check penalty to number 88, Rupert. So 2-minute power play here for Ashburn with 10:50 remaining. Still holding on. Now that faceoff was won by Feliciano. Neal's fighting for it in the corner right now. Now on the end. Now O'Neill resets to the point to Sterbutzel. Sterbutzel with a shot towards the net, saved by the netminder. Cal with it. He pushes it back low along the near far side boards. Now Cal back up top for Sterbutzel. Now to Cal. Cal looking. He resets it down low now. Oh, O'Neill had lost an edge. I don't know how that happened. I was looking up top. Otherwise, when that puck was sent down low, would have got him. Now O'Neill looking, trying to get it out front, taken away by the defense. And now O'Neill's still with it here, down low. He works it along. He sets it up for Feliciano. Feliciano with a shot towards the net, saved by the netminder. He'll hold on, and that'll give us a face-off to the left of the Haverford goal. 9:59 remaining here in the third period. 1:09 remaining on the penalty to number 88 for Costa. Now Murphy in for the faceoff for Ashburn. He's out there with Ryan and Van Johnson. Now he's got it. He wins that faceoff back to Apostolescu. Now back to Murphy on the near side boards. Now to Apostolescu. Shot towards the net. Saved. And held on to by the netminder. Now Murphy. Murphy ties it up, but he loses the face-off. Now, but it's retained as Apostolescu got. Now he sends it across for Van Benton. Van Benton shot blocked outside or out front by the defense. Now working at Feliciano. Feliciano sending it up. No, I'm sorry, that's Ryan, not Feliciano. My fault. That shot goes. Oh, that was tipped by Donovan. It almost went in, but it did not. And we're still playing Ryan with it now on the near side boards. He sends it up to Revich. I'm sorry, that's Apostolescu. Now a shot towards the net. Saved. That's Ryan's shot toward the net that was held onto by the netminder. And we'll get a face-off to the left of the Haverford net with 9:12 remaining in the third period. 22 seconds remaining on this power play. In for the face-off, Feliciano. Feliciano wins that back, but defense right splits the defense and gets out. So Voltimo will recover. Voltimo recovering, he sends it up. He looks, he's got Wu. Wu cuts through. It's taken by Haverford as they get it out of the zone. And now working their way through. This is hot. I think it's hot. No, it's only 31. It's not hot. Working it in the corner. Now start looking for it, trying to get through. And sent through. Now here comes Apostolescu. Nope, that's Feliciano. Feliciano working. He's going to carry himself. He brings it in. He puts on the brakes. He loses his stick. on the stick lift. And now they're low. Now Wu checked up off the play. Goes around to the far side boards. Kept in there by Fatima. Still working their way out. Can't get it out. Now they do. Here comes number 35. Shot towards the net. He scores. Gets Wells on the far side over the glove. And that makes it 7-5. We're down to 8:12 remaining here in the third period. But nothing is final until it's final, right? So we still got to play every single second. And now Haverford has brought this back to a 2-goal lead in favor of Ashburn. Now for the face-off, Cal. Cal wins that one back, getting it over to Apostolescu. Now being sent up. There's Ryan, or Rubenstein. He dumps it into the zone. Now down low, sends it up. Haverford looking to try and get out of the zone. They do. Ticked away by Cal, though. And now Rubenstein. Rubenstein's going to get across for O'Neill. O'Neill just dumps it in. No one there. And now here comes Haverford working their way back, trying to toe drag around one. Now up front, sent away O'Neill. Now it's got towards the net, and that goes far down. Mazzarelli. And it is now 7-6, Ashburn. Never mind. They did not call the goal. I thought they called it the goal, but it was the saying it was played with a high stick, and that's why it went in. So it is still 7-5. No goal on that. So the faceoff will come all the way back down. All right, so that goal waved off for the high stick. Faceoff won by Rutherford, but then taken away by Haverford. Now trying to work their way out along the side. Puck is away. And Radiman with it. Radiman trying to set it down. It gets down for Van Benton. Van Benton sending it up. It gets up to Radiman. Radiman sending it over, looking for leads. Couldn't quite get it to him, but it is inside the zone, at least temporarily. Stacked up there by Rutherford. Trying to push it forward. Now it comes out. And now Rutherford. Rutherford working his way in. He comes through. Looking. Shot. Oh, and it goes just wide. Now, Radiman with it. Radiman trying to hold his own. Trying to hold it. It does not. Now here comes Haverford coming back 2-on-2 at the line. House. Man, he's poked off his stick by Botima. Botima sending it up. It's going to get down there. Now Rutherford. Oh, and he overskates it. But it's not offsides because it was put offsides, put onsides by the Hawks. That came through to Rutherford, but he couldn't hold on to it, and now the Hawks coming back. They're outside of the line. Looking for movement. Trying to get out. Sent up and out. That's Ron. Now to Murphy. Murphy working his way towards. He shoots. He scores. Murphy from Ryan. And that makes it 8-5. Got a little water bottle action on that one. Now Murphy back in for the face-off. It's tied up, taken, and now Murphy comes back with it. Oh, and he's not able to get on. Now onside at the line. Ryan, good job waiting. And that is definitely going to be a head contact penalty. You hit Ryan in the. You hit Ryan right in the. This is that is not the appropriate signal for head contact. That's targeting in football. That is not the. But that's okay. We know what he meant. All right, so there's a 2-minute penalty plus a 10-minute for head contact. So waiting for another guy to serve the penalty for the head contact. And Now, sending it out, there's not another guy in the box. I'm not sure why there isn't another guy in the box. We're on a power play. Now looking, 143. There's nobody for him to send out on the ice. Now a shot towards the net, and there's a goal, so it doesn't really matter. Uh, and that makes it 9, and I don't know who had that goal. Nine to 5, Ashburn here. That goal was a Pasalescu from Feliciano. That's what made it 9 to 12. Now Van Benton sends it across. Now being sent up, working their way through. Woo, Woo, trying to get low. He gets us. He loses an edge. Now behind. Feliciano putting on the brakes, sends it around for Contra. Now to Woo. Woo with it in the far side corner. He sends it back down low for Contra. Now to Woo. Woo with a shot towards the net. There's saved by the netminder. And we have 4:58 remaining here in the third period. Ashburn up 9 to 5. Now Cal in for the faceoff. That tied up. Now sends it across. And not able to get it. Oh, it does get out. Revitz wasn't able to hold the line. And it does get out and dumped in now by O'Neill. That's held onto by the netminder. And we'll get a face off to the left of the Haverford net. Now, taking Revitz sends it across. Haverford coming back now. 2-on-2 at the line. They send it towards the net. That's tipped away. And sent up to them. It's by Wells. Now O'Neill. O'Neill working with it. O'Neill trying to get in. He does. He looks for a shot. Oh, and it sits side on the block by the netminder. Now working his way up. Dumps it in on net. Covered up by Wells, and we're going to face off. Now Rutherford in for the face-off. That one won by Haverford. Shot towards the net. Saved by Wells. Not able to hold on to it. And now working his way down. And now it's not going to get far enough for icing. Now chase being given around the boards. Rutherford pulls it on further. Being sent out. And it's out to center. Now Van Benton. Van Benton looking across for Apostolescu. Now sends up for Ratterman. Ratterman dumps it into the zone looking for leads, but he couldn't get it to him. And now back out. Apostolescu resets to Van Benton. Van Benton looking up for leads. Oh, and he couldn't quite get to it, and that's going to be icing. And a face-off coming up back inside the Ashburn zone to the left of netminder Scott Wells. 3:38 remaining here in the third period. Ashburn up 9 to 5. Sounds like a song from the 80s there, 9 to 5. All right. Murphy. They live by Haverford, and they send a shot on that goes wide. Now up front, another shot, another save by Wells from point blank range. Now that face off, won by Murphy. It's sent around by Matima as he looks for Ryan. Ryan's got it. Ryan's looking across. He finds Donovan. Donovan tips it into the zone. He's going to give chase for the Haverford player. And now Murphy trying to create space. There's like this host of players down there. And now Murphy's helmet came off. So they blow it dead. That'll bring the place off outside the zone. Faceoff should be outside the zone because it was an Ashburn player that had his equipment come off that caused the stoppage. But they're going to give the faceoff up to the left of the Haverford net. Feliciano in for Ashburn. That's won by Haverford. Sent up. Revich can't hold it. And now here comes Haverford 2-on-1, but the pass is too far for number 18. Couldn't get around, and now here it comes around to Conchar. Conchar trying to set it up, held in at the line by Mozzarelli, and it's held onto by the netminder Scott Wells, and we'll get a face-off to the right of netminder Scott Wells. Still 9-5, 2:44 remaining here in the third period. Ashburn still up. Now being sent around, working their way out of the zone, held in at the line, couldn't get it out of the zone, and now Feliciano, he misses up on it, but now to Conchar. Conchar, he's in. He takes a shot that gets blocked away by the netminder and out of play. And that'll give us a face-off back inside the Haverford zone. Now in Cal. Cal ties up his man. It's taken by O'Neill. Now Van Benton sends a shot towards the net and saved by the netminder. He'll hold on, and that'll give us another face-off. We'll do it again. 2:19 remaining. Now that face-off won by Haverford as they get it out of the zone. And checked up off the play there. Looking to get it in to the zone. Ryan tries it, or sorry, that's Rubenstein trying to get it in. Now Botima, he'll send it back for Van Benton. Van Benton sending it up and looking out, gets it to Cal. Cal working his way through. He tries to get his shot off, but his stick was tied up by the defense. Now behind the net. Cal looking to get it through. And net came off. And that'll give us a face-off. See where the face-off will be. The face-off will be outside the zone as it was pushed off by Cal trying to get around. So they're going to say the face-off is outside the zone. Now in for the face-off, Rutherford. Rutherford wins that across the Radaman. He dumps it in, but it gets taken by Haverford. Haverford working out. They'll dump it into the zone. Now behind the net, looking. Now towards the net, covered up by Wells. And we'll get another face-off. That one by Haverford. It gets out. Radaman gets it out of the zone. He's looking to try and get it up the lead. That's all just offside at the line. Just offside at the line. Now Murphy in for the face-off. That's won by Haverford. Haverford looking to dump it out of the zone. Now working their way through Haverford. Listen, moved off the stick by Apostolescu. Now back behind the net. Morse is back on the ice for Ashburn. He has served all of his penalties. Now sent towards the front of the net. Nothing doing. And now Ryan. Ryan looking up. Tries to get it for Murphy. Murphy now across for Donovan. Donovan getting around the end. Looking towards. Oh, he's checked up off. Cannot quite get a shot off. And now back comes Haverford. We are down to 1. 50 seconds remaining here in the game. Morse just holding on to it. Morse sending it up. Sends it up to Ryan. Now sending it back. And Vasilevsky sends it up to Donovan. Donovan dumps it in. No icing. Down to 25 seconds. As Haverford looks to break out of the zone. Checked up off by Ryan. Fighting for the puck still. Murphy. There's a big hit that was missed by the Haverford player. Now sending his way up. Working through, 7 seconds left. And that is the end. So Ashburn comes out on top. Ashburn comes out on top, 9-5, after winning earlier today, 6-3. So 2 big wins in AHF competition for Ashburn. Great game all around by the team. Tomorrow they'll be playing at 12:40 against the Reston Blue team right here at Ashburn Ice Arena, and I'll be bringing it to you right here on Rudd Sports Broadcasting. Right. So 12 shots on goal that period for Ashburn for a game total of 41, and 9 shots on goal for Haverford for a game total of 24. Final score 9-5 for Ashburn. We will see you tomorrow at 12:40 right here on Rudd Sports Broadcasting. Take care of one another and be safe out there.